quarterback, Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow is being drafted in the 9th round with the first pick. He is the 99th player off the board and the 12th quarterback. So we've talked about Burrow a little bit on this podcast. I know you love some Burrow. You are a big fan of
Burrow.
You are a big fan of Joe Burrow. He gets his college wide receiver, his favorite college wide receiver this year, to match up with T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. I honestly think this could be one of the better wide receiving groups in the NFL. He gets a healthy Joe Mixon back. A lot of weapons on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Is Joe Burrow a top 12 quarterback? He's being drafted that way. Does he finish as a top 12 quarterback?
So Joe Burrow in 10 games last year, and you remember he got hurt. I want to say it was the second quarter, maybe the first quarter of that game against Washington. I can't remember if it was, I want to say it was the first or second quarter. It was early in the game, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
He threw 404 passes in those 10 games. That's basically 40 passes a game, right? I don't know if he stays that high, but I don't see that number going down a whole lot. I think maybe 37, right? I think maybe a couple passes off that. With these weapons, and a healthy Joe Mixon, I don't see him throwing for 13 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. I see him getting into the 25 touchdown range. If he stays healthy for 17 games, I could see him in that 25, 30 touchdown range. And with those weapons, I also see him getting closer to 70% completion percentage more than I see 65. He had a 65% completion percentage last year. I could see him in the 68 range. If he gets up to
Chase instead of AJ Green and expecting Chase to be better, I could definitely see his percentage going up for sure.
Yes. So let's say he gets into that. Let's cut it in half and say he gets to the 67.5 range, right? They threw 581 times last year as a team total. If he is the guy throwing all of those passes, I can't see how he doesn't end up in the top 10. I just don't see it, because if he does throw 500 and let's say with an extra game, I'm going to leave it the same. I'm going to say 580 times, right? He throws 580 times on a 17 game schedule. If his percentage goes up by 2%, 2.5%, right? That means he's probably going to end somewhere in the 4,000 yard range. And I said I thought he was going to be a 25 to 30 touchdown guy. He already he's not a big interception guy. We already seen that. So let's say he gets to 10 interceptions. If that happens in the scoring from last season, he would have been quarterback like 9, I believe. So I don't know. I think he could definitely play better than what he did last year with the weapons that they have. They upgraded the offensive line. We'll get to that. This defense is still a defense that's going to give up some points, and I just think Joe Burrow has a lot of upside and really no downside from where you're drafting him, because his draft position is pretty safe to me. I mean, he's basically going right around 11th, 12th quarterback taken. And if that's the case, I feel really comfortable getting Joe Burrow there.